Bonjour la classe et bienvenue à la leçon pour aujourd'hui. So, aujourd'hui, vous allez créer les Google Slides pour la famille. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what you're doing, just give you this video demo so you can follow along with me. You don't have to watch the video and then do it. You can be clicking through with me and then once I'm done with the video, you can keep going. So kind of just today's a tutorial video. So by the end of class, you'll be able to label a Google slide, or you may choose more than one Google slide to describe a family. So watch this example. I'm going to show you where to go, how to access them. You click on the link, choose your own slide to work on, find your class, and then you spend the rest of this time adding in pictures and basic information about a family. You've done this before when we did likes and dislikes and stuff about yourself. So this is setting us up for special person interviews. So get it done in a lesson today. You can use your previous slides if you want for some of those same details, or you can just start this one from scratch. Up to you. So an important note here is I've been saying a family. Now you can write about your own family. When I do the presentation in class, when I do video, I'm talking about my family because that's what I feel comfortable doing. And I don't have a problem with that at all. But you do not have to. You do not have to write about your own family. If you want to, you can. Or you can write about a celebrity family if you want. And I've had students do that before. They've taken, you know, Kanye West as their dad and Michelle Obama as their mom, and I don't know, somebody else like LeBron James as their uncle. I don't know. You can have different people in your family. You can create a celebrity family or talk about one that you already know and love. It's all in French, or you can make up details about a family. So, you know, if your family situation's really complicated, you can just keep it simple. You can just talk about the people that you want to talk about. You can create some extra details about it. This is important to remember in French. You do not have to tell me true details if you don't want to. When you are the special person up on that chair, when it's your slide, you can say whatever you want to, as long as it's appropriate. You can write whatever you want to, you can say whatever you want to. Nobody has the right to tell you otherwise. Nobody's going to judge on you or anything, but it has to be in French. That is my only rule. It's in French and it's appropriate. Other than that, it's up to you. You can be creative, you can be plain and boring, but I don't want you to stress about it. So if talking about family is a stressful topic for you, then take the stress out of it, be creative, make it up. I really don't mind. I'm not gonna judge on you. Nobody's got any right to judge on you. So just do whatever makes you feel happy to participate. All right, so let's have a look at where these Google Slides are. So today, it says click here for access. So you can just this is the easiest way, just directly click, and then you're going to find the slides that you want. Now, while I've got you really quickly, I'm going to show you another place where they are, so that if you go to do this in a later week and you don't want to have to go back and remember which day was it that I clicked in that box and blah, 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 then look over here on the left where I'm circling, where the support pages are and the essential weekly resources. You are familiar with the shared class writing that you can always access, and now we've started a new unit. This is going to be updated. You've started using Lire en Français for accessing Heidi, and now there's a new box on the bottom, which is access to the special person interview slides. So anytime you need to go back in, edit, change, look at something, work on it, whatever, you can come here. So easiest thing is to click on a Bitmoji. It'll take you, and as we go through, there'll be more and more units. And I should put the past units in here too. But this is unit 3. And so you go to the same thing. So it's just a different location. So you've got the location for today, and then you've got one which you can use, like it'll never change. It'll be there throughout the whole year. Okay, so find whichever class period you are. They all are identical right now. you will look at this and think, oh, this is pretty familiar. Yes, I kept exactly the same formatting, except the title has changed. So you need to make sure that you are on those slides which say La Famille, because this is our unit. And these are the questions that I'm going to ask you in the special person interview. So les questions. So the first two are familiar to you. Comment tu t'appelles et quel âge as-tu? Then the questions have changed. So we've got some new questions. 3, c'est où habites-tu? 4, avec qui habites-tu? Numéro 5, il y a combien dans ta famille? And remember, when it says in your family, it's the family. So it doesn't have to be, you know, you can make it up. If you've got a complicated family life, you've got 20 people in your family, but you only want to talk about 5, then just say 5. Mais en français. And then over here, these last 3 questions, you're just going to describe one person in your family. So pick that person and tell me about them. Comment il ou elle s'appelle? Quel âge a-t-il ou elle? Et comment est-il ou elle? Okay, so those are the questions. You don't need to do anything with those questions, just so you're familiar. These are the responses that go with those questions. So this is what you need to be using on your slides. Je m'appelle, j'ai blanc en, j'habite à, j'habite avec, il y a blanc personne dans ma famille. And then when you're describing, you're choosing il s'appelle ou elle s'appelle, il ou elle a blanc en, and then il ou elle est, etc. So this last one is probably the most open, where you have the ability to really show me what you know. So the question is, how is he or she? So describe your person, like what are they like? That's basically what the question is. What are they like? So I've given you just a few, like what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 adjectives to choose from. But you have been learning a bunch of different adjectives, not tons, but a bunch, either from this unit or from previous. So if there's things which you remember that you know how to say, or things that you've been learning in Duolingo or whatever, you do not have to just entirely use off this list. Otherwise it'll be a little bit boring if everybody only did off this list. But the list is there to support you in case you're really, really stuck. So you might notice, well, it's like, well, it's the same word, but one is spelled with an F and one is spelled with a VE. That's something we're going to look at in this unit. But for those of you who've been paying attention, you probably know that one is masculine and one is feminine. So if you're talking about il, then you're going to use the ones on the left, créatif, sérieux, sportif. If you're talking about elle, you're going to use the ones on the right, créative, sérieuse, sportive. Okay, now don't worry for perfection. I'm not grading you. If you get it wrong, I'll adjust, I'll edit your slides for you. Okay, but give it a go, try it out, because this is your class period. Okay, so here are les instructions. You're going to post a picture of the family. You're going to write eight sentences using these. Use my slide as an example, so I'm going to show you, and then any additional information you want to put in, additional pictures, images that represent what you want to say. If you don't know how to say it in French, you are not putting any English on your slide. So use images, use pictures, or put English in the slide notes right here below on your slide, okay? So here's an example slide. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. Okay, so you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. All my 8 sentences are in 8 different speech bubble things, just to make it simple. I've left this top right-hand box clear because when I video, my face goes like usually in the top right-hand corner. So try and leave like a little bit of space up here. I've got a picture of the family that I'm talking about. So maybe I could have put a title here as well, like Ma Famille or whatever, but you can be more creative than me. So I've got my first sentence, Je m'appelle Madame Hunter. J'ai 15 ans. Because I'm not telling you guys the truth. You can make it up. J'habite à Fort Wayne, Indiana. J'habite avec mon mari John et mon fils Joshua. Il y a 3 dans ma famille. All right, and then my last 3 are about one person. So I've chosen Joshua, mon fils. So I want you to also tell me who that person is to you. I'm not a mind reader. If you put up a picture of somebody, I don't know if that's your cousin, if that's your sister, if that's your mom sometimes. So put in French, and if you don't know how to say it, like then put it here below. So just say, you know, if it's your cousin and we haven't covered cousin yet, just say my cousin and then like whatever. That's who you're doing. All right. So I will then put it in French, or I will say it in French. So you don't put any English on your slide. All right. So I've put mon fils Joshua, and then I'm talking about him. Il a 2 ans. Il s'appelle Joshua. And then I've got 3 adjectives to describe him. Okay, so you put 1, 2, 3, as many adjectives as you know want to describe that person. So I put il est adorable, actif, et marrant. Now, marrant is an adjective we've not done before. It's a new one. I know it, you don't. So instead of writing in English, I've put an emoji right here which describes marrant. So marrant means funny. He's a funny guy. He's cute, he's active, and he's funny. Il est adorable, actif et marrant. And that's my slide. That's it. Okay, so take the whole class period to do this. This is 50 minutes. And that's all that you need to do. At the end of the day, I'm going to go through and check that you've done it. You have plenty of slides to choose from over here. If you want to take over 2 slides, then just copy, paste, and use, you know, the 2 slides as you need to. Do not delete mine. Do not delete anybody else's slides. Do not make a copy of this. Just go, you've done this before, just do it again, but with ma famille. Okay, merci beaucoup. As always, just let me know if you're having any issues with anything. I look forward to reading all of these wonderful slides and doing some wonderful special person interviews next week. Au revoir.